I'm Jennifer Marie Keller. Welcome to my diary of a pregnant artist. I just finished up my 16th week of pregnancy. This week, my sleep has been affected in a new way, which I definitely then carry into my workday with painting. So before I was pregnant, I've had symptoms with my IT band, which affects my hips and my knees. I get pain in my hips and my knees, and so each week I do a physical therapy thing, which is basically just squats, and anything that really strengthens the hip and the butt area really helps. And so I haven't had any IT band symptoms, except for this week it started in my sleep. And it's not in my knees now, it's just in my hips with that same pain. And it's painful enough that it is waking me up while I'm asleep and hard to get back to sleep because of it. And I haven't changed anything else in my day to make my IT band inflamed and flare up. So I think it's just with pregnancy, because my hips and my lower back definitely feel different. And so it's been also recommended to me while I'm in my second trimester that I sleep on my side. So I've found that sleeping with a thick pillow in between my legs really helps the IT band syndrome. And then I also have really ramped up the physical therapy during the week. So, and added some stretching into that helps. So hopefully that helps. And so with not sleeping well this week, I've definitely changed up my work days a little bit. Usually with painting, I like to work on one painting in the morning and then a second painting in the afternoon. And then in the evenings, if I feel like I have enough energy for it, I will work on one of those two paintings in the evening for a little bit as well. But with not sleeping so well now, I'm finding that I'm doing well, staying really focused with one painting, but then to scrape my palette and mix up a whole new mixtures for the next painting and get in that next mindset for the next painting, it just feels like too much, and I don't do well with working on the second painting. So I'm so lucky that I have this job where my schedule's super flexible. So I've just rearranged my day where I work on just one painting a day, which seems to be a lot better for me right now. And I'm finding that my pregnancy, it's a lot. I know my body is going through a lot. And I definitely feel better now in the second trimester than I did in my first trimester. But I'm finding that even me feeling better than I did the first trimester, I'm still not up to that energy levels and focus that I was before I was pregnant. So before I had a more, not super rigid, but I had a more rigid schedule that I followed to get the most out of my days for really working and studying and painting and all that. And I'm finding that I just feel different from week to week. So I've kind of thrown out the rigid schedule that I had before and keeping things really flexible and fluid and being okay with that, so I can still get the most out of my days. Because I can still have, now in the second trimester, especially this week, I can still have a day where I treat everything like I did during the first, or before I was pregnant. So I can work in the mornings, afternoons, and evenings. And then usually late in the evening, I would work on stuff that is the other side of business that's not painting. And I can do a day like that now, but then the next day or 2 or 3 days, I will feel really just exhausted. So then I have to just take things a little bit more slower. So it's I'm kind of going with the flow with the mood that I'm in and what I can handle each day and being okay with that. And even if there's a day where I'm not working for the whole entire day, but it's kind of a slower pace. So I'm still getting as much progress as I can done. But my emotions are really good. I'm really excited for this baby, really impatient for this baby too. I have 5 more months of waiting before I can meet him. And so I want that to speed up, but trying to take it day by day. and really appreciate everything. I feel like my paintings are going really well. I just finished a still life that I was working on, and this week too I made like this big turn for the good with this other large painting that I was working on, which is awesome. So I also don't want to be working so hard where I'm not like paying attention to this baby and pregnancy, because it's especially right now, since I'm feeling so good with the pregnancy, it's really fun and cool and exciting, and I want to like be appreciating this and not just like spend all my days not thinking about it and just like seeing how much work I can get done. I want there to be a balance, because like I'm only going to be pregnant for 9 months, and so just to kind of like soak up what this is like in this experience. Oh, and also I've been going to a prenatal yoga class, which has been fantastic, and I definitely recommend it to anyone that's pregnant. I always sleep the best after that class, and I take that class once a week, and it's really cool also just being around other women that are going through that same experience that you are. And even if you can't afford a prenatal yoga class or like can't make it out to one, I've also been doing using YouTube, so like free YouTube videos that does prenatal yoga, and I find those really great because, well, I've noticed from like standing and working all day or sitting. There was one painting where I was sitting through it, but mostly I stand at work, so my body's pretty stiff by the end of the day. And I usually have these stretching poses that I do to relax and get unstiff. But some of my favorite ones that like loosen up my hips, I can't do anymore. They're too painful to do. So doing the yoga class or finding these other prenatal yoga classes on YouTube has been really great for me to find stretches that I can do and accommodate like the pregnant body. I'm Jennifer Marie Keller. Please subscribe to this channel, like and comment on this video, because it really does help me out. And if you have any questions for how my pregnancy is like affecting work and all that, I can try and answer as best as I can. I put out new videos every Wednesday for my series of Diary of a Pregnant Artist. And I put out new videos every Sunday for my other series, Diary of a Painter.